Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fig Night at the Tavern. I am the OG Fig Kid, joined today by my partner,
the good old Mike Bellcaster. As everybody knows, we got Nick Storm, we got Jaden in the house. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to everybody's favorite night of the week, Fig Night. Thomas Montelto, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, but Sneed, not here at the moment. He had a visit with Isaac Yankum today. So hopefully he's feeling better very, very soon.
Yeah.
It's never fun to visit Isaac Yankum.
No.
Preferably, I'd go to DMD.
I heard she's more caring. A little bit more lovable, too.
Yeah, he just wants to yank all the teeth out and hand them over to Danhausen.
It's okay. But if you guys are looking for your Sneed fix, make sure you join in after tonight's Fig Night for Hanging at the Tavern, baby.
Yeah,
you don't want to miss discussing full gear in full gear. And I will not take my clothes off until afterwards, so I'll be in full gear.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. And we have a special announcement for Hanging at the Tavern. So
we do.
Stay tuned. Pay attention to that. It's a fun one. Big announcement.
Tyson knows.
Tyson knows.
It's Thursday. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And just to follow up, it's Fig Night with Nick Storm. See, our people work in favor.
I hope you're hanging at the tavern tonight, Nick Storm.
I hope Nick Tavern's hanging at the Storm too.
Did I say Nick Tavern?
I love Nick Tavern.
Drinking yet? Wow, maybe I need.
Do I see a Moscow Mule in favor of Tom Montelto tonight?
I love Moscow Mules.
It'd be a good time.
The ginger beer is in the fridge down here. I've got the rum. I've got the vodka.
All right. Well, we're gonna get a little wild tonight for Hanging at the Tavern, so you guys should tune in for sure.
Definitely tune in, and also make sure you're listening to all of our podcasts. And if you're listening to our podcasts, make sure you're following us. You're subscribing. More importantly, make sure you're rating, you're reviewing, and you're leaving reviews. And, you'll get some stickers if you leave us a 5-star review. And like my mom always said, like Bambi's mom always said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't leave a review.
Well, or if you have really nice things to say, absolutely leave the review.
Right.
You can win stickers. I don't have any on me because I just sent mine out.
Got J-Bone in the
to Tyson or to the Fig Freak. Fig Freak won our last week's contest of Ask the Tavern.
We'll go. You could join us when you're done.
Yeah, you're beautiful, Nick Storm. We love you, man. Yeah, Moscow Mules rule, Daddy.
Yeah.
And just a quick plug, if you guys didn't check out the latest. Coming down the aisle, Daddy. We had good old Mike Bellcaster on, and we were watching.
That's right, I heard.
Edge and Mick Foley at WrestleMania 22, Daddy. So it's a good watch.
WrestleMania 22.
I was there.
Wow, I'll have to watch.
Two WrestleManias I've ever been to was WrestleMania 13 and WrestleMania 22, both in Chicago, live at the Allstate
5 years old at WrestleMania 13?
No. What? Give me the year. What was the year? I'll give you my age.
I don't know. WrestleMania 13?
I was like 11.
85? Was 86?
Was it 85? What are you talking about?
I'm trying to think of what year WrestleMania 1 was.
I was 87. So I was probably like 11 or 12 for WrestleMania 13.
Okay. That's about
right. It was good.
Okay. I don't know. J-Bone's the one who knows all those numbers. He's probably yelling at me.
97. So I was born in 80. I was 10 years old.
I knew J-Bone would know it.
Okay. Somehow Anthony knows history before he was born. And of course.
Do you know where Anthony was in 97?
Not even a thought.
No, he was still in his dad's sack.
Maybe. I don't think he was produced that fast. I think it's like a few cycles.
That could be.
Yeah.
So in a rate review, you'll get your stickers. We're going to have that big giveaway coming up. Well,
yeah, stickers are going out fast.
Stickers are going out.
Second I see it, I put it out the next day. Yeah. I am the Rory Fox of the Turnbuckle Tavern, but my pants stay together. Dad sack.
Hashtag dad sack.
I think I am thinking what you think I think you're thinking, and that's the dad sack, Daddy. Bang.
The Saki Chan.
Saki Chan.
That's hysterical. Also, for all of our links, follow us everywhere. But if you want to get a list of everything in one spot, theturnbuckletavern.com. theturnbuckletitan.com. Go
Turnbuckle
there.
Titan.
And the tune of hero theme pads. That's a
I
good
like
one.
it.
Well, he's even throwing out like, wow, Jesus.
It's a millennial talk right there.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but I get it. It's
No,
good.
Hit Row, isn't that new team on SmackDown?
NXT?
Well, they just got called up
Whatever.
to SmackDown.
Did they really get called up or did they get called down?
Well, somebody got called up and got released before they debuted, so
Well, hey.
that's typical WWE.
We'd all be as lucky to be a Harry Smith right now.
Talk about luck, right? Didn't even get to debut and they released him. I don't even understand that at all.
No, you know what the funny thing is? He's one of the hardest working individuals I've ever met in my wrestling time.
Wow.
He used to work with us. He was our champion for.
I was actually excited to see him come
months.
in and see what he would do.
Yeah.
And now
I'm here for the Heart Foundation reunion in AEW now.
Why? Who can he team with in AEW?
Brian Pilman Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, we could wiggle Natty out and she'll do her thing.
She's a lifer. I think she's a lifer.
She's not a lifer.
No,
goddamn hell. Anyway, let's keep going. We're rolling.
She's sentenced to life. So we're gonna go right into the news. Right?
The news. I'm blue meaning the news and music.
There you go.
That's good.
Mike Belcast getting down over there, and it's not even
always.
We're not even hanging at the tavern yet.
I'm jamming and clamming. That's how we roll. You gotta do the blue meaning dance. Blue meaning dance is where it's at.
So what do we got up on the news tonight?
My goodness, AEW figures revealed tomorrow. Unfortunately, not today. Thanks, Jeremy. But tomorrow, Jeremy will be reviewing some new all elite wrestling figures live at Full Gear.
Oh, that's cool. I wonder what we're going to be seeing. That's exciting.
I'm excited for it. Are you excited? I'm excited.
I'm always excited for new figure news.
Me too.
Seeing what our buddies over at Jazzwares are doing.
Our good friends over at Jazzwares. They're doing great things.
I can't wait to see the packaging on the Britt Baker exclusive ringside dub.
Yes. Tom, did you watch my unboxing of
Yes, I did.
I was Aubrey Edwards
during it. Did you not pay attention to me?
Well, no, I know this is a plug.
Oh,
go back and watch the old content. Okay, come on. We gotta work on this.
Yeah,
but yes, I unboxed the Aubrey Edwards all elite authentic scale ring.
Available now at ringsidecollectibles.com.
Use code Tavern Daddy. Save yourself
10%.
10%. But Aubrey Edwards is a beautiful figure. I have a feeling our good friend Magic worked on her because it's so perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beautiful
stuff.
Wait
till you get that figure. I think
huge fan.
Santa Claus will be bringing that to me.
Santa Foley. Bang bang. Foley's a good Santa guy. I love it.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, no.
Nick loves Santa.
We all love Santa. As soon as NWA starts running bigger events, I would wager Natty's so gone. I'll agree with that. I know she's friends with a certain pumpkin or two.
I still think she's a lifer. I think she's sentenced for life.
Oh, you see, Nick Storm understands we're gonna wait for the reveals, baby. And he also said Ringside's posting New Japan Series 2 right now. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, you get those.
Snack.
Go Tavern. Save 10% for those too.
10%. I wish I would have pre-ordered them after I did, because then I would have saved 10% because I did not use code Tavern. And now I'm regretting it dreadfully. But yeah, man, we're gonna go right into Foco has released new Brothers of Destruction Undertaker and Kane bobbleheads. Look at those beautiful bobbleheads.
This is really cool because it's not actually, they don't actually come together. They're both individuals.
So that's nice.
Undertaker is in his half of the ring and Kane is in his half, and then you put them together.
And you get
5,
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 turnbuckle pads.
Yeah, I'm just noticing. I think what it really is half of it's purple and half of it's red. That's
cool.
kind of weird. Yeah. Let's see. I have some closer up shots of the under. Oh, no. I just see that on my screen. You don't see that on your screen. Here is the Undertaker. Let's show you the Foco Taker.
Yes, you will rest in peace. He's got the claw out. He's ready. Oh, yes, my two sons, Undertaker and Kane.
Is that Paul Bearer?
Wow. It was Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer visiting Fig Night at the tavern.
He's always here in spirit.
He is
Percy Pringle is always here in spirit.
Rest his soul.
God bless his soul. I almost took him to In-N-Out Burger one time. It was a fun.
You take me to In-N-Out Burger.
I'll take you to In-N-Out Burger. Yeah, my God, that's gotta be Kane. That's Kane right there. Look at him. Look at that beard. Much better than Mattel's paint jobs. Not gonna lie.
I'm just wondering how accurate that hair is.
How accurate is any hair? You know, it's a lot.
My hair is not very accurate.
Your hair looks fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm a big fan. If I was a bobblehead guy, I would be possibly buying these, but I'm not.
Yeah. For $55 each.
Tom, you know, as a collector, you have to draw a line.
Yes.
You know, you can't buy everything. If I bought everything, I would be living in the slums with a lot of toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have brought down what I got today. I might have to run up and get it at some point.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
But until then, let's move until the next news. Amazon exclusive AEW figures are shipping, brother.
Yes, so if you have those ordered, check your mailbox. That Chris Jericho exclusive. There's some tag teams.
2-packs. We got SCU, we got Mox and Darby, we got Hangman and Kenny Omega, which just went up like 2 days ago, is already in people's hands.
Oh, shipped already?
Shipped. 35 shipped. They are there, man. No, people are getting them. So
I didn't get them.
Well, I didn't get them either, and we won't talk about that because I'm very upset. I do buy everything, but I don't buy everything. I buy as much as I legally and physically can before I get.
Well, before the wife comes in and stops her.
No, the wife is the worst influence. You're a murderer, Undertaker.
Yeah. My wife is like, I was like, just get it, and I'm like, okay, I guess we. You know, all right. I love her.
See, Stoney gets it.
Wait, am I complaining that my wife allows me to get everything? What's wrong?
Yes, but it's okay.
In the world,
you have to find something to complain about, and if that's going to be it, I mean, is it the worst thing in the world?
No. When you have the best wife in the world, how is it hard? You know.
Damn. Let me tell my wife that she needs to redo her shit.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but so if you guys pre-ordered, check your Amazons. I know a lot of people are getting messages saying that, do you still want this item? You got to make sure you sign in your Amazon app, check it out on a browser, pre-order it, order it again. Make sure your credit card information is up to date. We are not, unfortunately, we're not getting a new Weasel because I do think that Mattel Weasel was trash. We're just gonna go with that, and Jax did it better.
A new Weasel? What's he talking about? A new Weasel?
Courtney is very upset about the Weasel figure that Mattel put out.
Why?
Just so you know, because it didn't have the hood, didn't have claws. It was just a fucking bunny suit.
Did the Jax one have the claws?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Wow.
And Stoney McGee just checked his mailbox. He still has not received his pop figures. Ship them, brother.
What were we up to?
All right, we're going right into our good friend Squared Circle Toys Ringside Chaos. We finally have painted prototype images. Damn it!
How
and
awesome
they look,
do they look
fantastic.
If you haven't backed this yet, get in there and back it.
Yes, I'm super upset. I was supposed to go see him at an indie show about an hour away from here, and I just did not have the time nor the funds to do it. But all the love to our good friend Dan over at Squared Circle Toys. He is a badass working with some good stuff. And, I mean, look at these prototypes. Look at the prototypes. They're fantastic. That's Dan in the top right corner. You can see his face. He looks fantastic.
Let's zoom in on that. Let's go.
Zoom.
We know what he looks like. He's been on a show.
Yeah, as the song goes, zoom, zoom, zoom. It looks fantastic. Look at that color yellow. It's beautiful. Nick Storm wants him. I want him too, Nick. There he is. Wow. There's Dan. It's just like he's tuning into the podcast. It looks just like him.
Yeah, it does.
But go check out his it's not a GoFundMe. Jesus Christ. Everybody's doing GoFundMe. It's a Kickstarter, the original GoFundMe. And check out everything he's doing. He's got some great tiers there.
SquareCircleToys.com for all the info. Back to project. We need to get these figures.
We want these figures. And if you spend $800, you can get your own figure. I would love a Nick Storm figure. Hold on. Where are they? There we go. Hold on. Give me a second. Got to get in the character. But I would love a Nick Storm character of a referee or as you would say, a cop or police officer hanging out at the tavern. It would be fantastic. Nick Storm, I'm looking at you, brother.
Wow, that's awesome. Love Nick Storm.
Yes, but also check out, what is it? SquaredCircleToys.com.
Yes, SquaredCircleToys.com.
Everything's there. We want it.
The WrestleMania 38 basics are now in. Oh,
Mike Cassidy. There we go. Yes.
You take your hat off for that one.
I can't. The hair is a mess.
At least you have hair to be a mess, okay?
It's okay. That's all right. See?
Why are we talking about hair so much tonight?
Because Courtney's here for just the Bellcaster, not the toys. It's okay.
Yeah. Here we go. A WrestleMania 38 basics are now in stock at Ringside. And I gotta admit, I don't buy basics, but Mike, which basic am I getting out of this set?
What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on the basics for you?
Yeah, I need to get that WrestleMania 2 Hulk Hogan.
It looks good. You know what? I think this was a throwback too to that. There was a basic series before Hogan got released last time that was supposed to be out. So I think this is like that with a new headband. He's got a new hat. God damn it! He looks fantastic. And Stoney McGee wants Sheamus.
And I'll tell you, this is the last Sheamus Elite was pretty nice. But if you look at that Hogan, the articulation is it a little more like than what we're used to, the way they have that Hogan pose.
He still has those shitty elbows, but he's got the good bicep twist.
Yeah,
I think that's
adding. I heard they were adding the old elbow articulation back to the basics.
I'd hope so.
So I think
that new elbows just don't work.
Yeah, so I heard they were adding that back, and it kind of looks like that by this pose, unless this is just the old Hogan figure being used.
Aw, Sheamus.
So
Sheamus looks like it's really him, not a toy. My brother.
But the Bianca Belair, oof.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. That looks like very tan Sheena Phelps with a braid. That was Hawaiian Sheena Phelps. We love Chick Foley. Nothing but props to Chick Foley.
And prayers for Penny.
Let me tell you something, brother. If you need a Hulk Hogan, for all the Hulkamaniacs out there, that's your chance.
We're sending prayers to Chick Foley and her little doggy Penny, who's not doing well.
Penny's got this.
That's never easy.
We're rooting for Penny. No,
yeah, we are.
It's not. Oh, God. Well, let's brighten it up a little bit.
Yes.
Because we do love Chick Foley. We hope Penny's okay. But Ringside Fest Q&A is up on YouTube right now.
Yeah, check that out. Always a fun watch.
Yeah.
My Hogan's losing Courtney. Tidbits. You get to see
brother. Sister.
You get to see Steve and them deny a bunch of people asking the same questions here.
Yeah, no, that's my favorite part of Ringside Fest is because everybody's like, when's this coming out? They're like, no, we're not going to talk about that.
Or can you get this person? And I was like, when they go under our Legends contract, we'll do it.
Bigger news, Rob Rudman got a haircut. I don't know if you've seen that this week. But you should go check that post out.
COVID.
My God, was he ravishing. He looked good. No, check out the Ringside Q&A. It's fun to watch. It's always fun to watch. Everything.
And then go buy something and use code Tavern, save 10% at checkout.
You are a mind reader. I was just about to say, don't forget to use code Tavern. One more time, code Tavern at Ringside Collectibles. 10%. Sean Spears would love us. I think he would be a big fan of the tavern.
Well, Ty Dillinger would. I don't know if Sean Spears would.
I think they both would really enjoy it. But moving on, if y'all, and I say y'all with a big drawl, but if y'all have a Walgreens by you,
yes,
you might want to go check out their WWE Elite collection. Figures are selling for Tom, give me the number.
$2.19.
$2.19. People are picking up massive amounts of figures. My Walgreens still has a Nasty Boys Elite set.
How do you not go get that for $2.19?
I'm gonna go get it tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm not too late. If you guys live in Chicago, don't go to your Walgreens until after tomorrow.
Yeah,
I need
sale's
to pick up.
Not in Chicago.
It could be.
No, don't tell them that. You don't want them to go to yours.
No, I want them to go to it after I pick up the Nasty Boys.
The sale starts Saturday.
Yes. See, and what in the world is a green wall? Is what Nick Storm is asking. It's a drugstore.
What in the world is
they don't sell the fun drugs. They only sell like prescription and over-the-counter stuff. But the Godfather doesn't shop there. But I'm pretty sure, most of the guys pick up their good stuff. I buy my
where the Godfather shops in Chicago.
I know where the Godfather just shops everywhere. We're all aboard the Ho train. And last but not least, Walmart.
Yes.
If you go to walmart.com and you look up all elite wrestling rings, you will find the small, the basic 15 by 15 ring, right? It's something smaller. It might be 16 by 16. Could be a little bit bigger. Could be a little bit smaller. But you can get the Cody Rhodes United Kingdom exclusive for $25 and change. Minus shipping.
What I pay to have it imported.
You're telling me. I know my buddy Side Fig Gig over at the Instagram. He's my guy. He hooked me up with some UK Codys earlier in the year. But we're not going to talk about how cool my UK Codys get because I got some cool UK Codys. But
I've seen them.
Yes, he's touched them, felt them. He's looped them up. They're really nice.
I fondled them.
Yes, and but UK Cody exclusives are shipping United States in a nice, timely manner from Walmart.com. Make sure you go check it out. If you need a link, I'm sure the tavern could do something is post this link maybe a little later after hanging at the tavern, and we'll share the love with you guys. We want you to have cool exclusive shit.
We want you to pay less than what we did for it.
Fuck yeah! I paid like $60 a ring.
Yeah, and then shipping on top of that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
But side thinking hooked me up with some really cool toilet paper as packing supplies. So I'm really pumped.
Awesome. So that way you got it was twice used.
Yes, no, it was 2-ply, as the kids like to call it nowadays.
Yeah, you got it helped with the shipping, and then you got to wipe.
Yeah, it really got me out of a shitty situation. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that is the Rhodes would say that is the news, Daddy, and we appreciate you for listening.
Yes, we do. So today we're going to talk about our I see the articulation mic is showing. Yes. We're going to talk about the history of the articulation in wrestling figures. So let's start off with the original, the LJNs.
I mean, this is your era, so I expect you to roll with this. But I was also an LJN kid. I wasn't a huge LJN kid, but I do remember beating the living shit out of them. And then also
LJNs had to be like secondhand, right? Because they weren't new by the time.
I mean, I was still buying them in package. I remember getting them from my parents, and I was opening them. Really? It was 87. It was a wild time.
But what year were you born?
87.
So you would not open them at 0.
But we still had them. They weren't like $3,000 in the resale market,
like they are now.
Yeah, but trust me, like we were using them as like mouthers and whatever the kids call them.
They would teethers. Make teethers, but this is not a teether, and neither is this.
Not anymore.
So
it's an expensive ass teether nowadays.
So yes, exactly. So no articulation. But very playable because they were big.
Lots of toys. More than the kids. Yes, no, they're huge. They're amazing. I
Yeah.
love my LJN still.
I do too. LJNs are great, and I love the jazz rares. But like, look, you can do a hip toss, and then like there goes Ultimate Warrior. I don't want to do it too hard because these really should not be played with.
Well,
Kids, if you run into these, do not play with them.
my favorite thing about the LJNs was having the ring. And when you would slap them down to the mat, it would make that big boom because they were so heavy.
Yes,
and it was like, wow.
And I still have my LJN ring with the steel cage accessory.
See, I love that. And then we used to put them in socks, and like when one brother would tell on the other brother, we beat the shit out of each other with the LJNs. It was like prison.
Wow. But like,
I mean,
like
they were fun.
So like no articulation, but boom, you see the punches, like, and then Warrior come back with a clothesline. Like,
do me a favor, put Warrior in Hogan's down arm while he's got his arm up like this, but like head facing the camera.
Like this?
Look at that. That's a lift it up a little bit. Lift it up a little bit. See, so that's a good head, headlock, and Hogan's flexing, brother, and he's getting ready to put it down on you.
So now I'm gonna stop playing with these figures because they were not cheap.
Well, I mean, play away. I'm here for you playing with them.
I should have brought some of my.
Needed a lot of imagination.
You didn't need like imagination. Like I see.
You did. You didn't, but you did.
I see the body slam.
When we get to the Jack's Age, I'm going to explain the imagination a little bit better because I'm there with the Jack's Age. But I get what you're saying. They were perfect.
You really need the imagination is what I mean. Okay, at the same point, Remco comes out with AWA figures, which I have a picture here. Let me share the picture of AWA figures. They actually had a little bit of articulation. The first wrestling figures that really had articulation were these. Like I mean, was it 2 points of articulation? It's still articulation. The arms are able to move. Four, I guess.
Arms and legs moved.
Yeah. So,
and it was a ball joint in the hips, so they worked really well.
Yeah.
So you could move them up for a leg drop, or you could put them back for like a running clothesline. It looked great.
Yeah. So
I was a big fan of the AWA toys. I got a good plethora of them. Tom, you've seen them.
Yes, I love AWA.
I still have. I have these exact Road Warriors, and I have my Flair, and I have a few others. These were fantastic, man.
Yeah, they were. They really
He-Man wrestlers, as Stoney McGee likes to call it.
Yeah,
they were fantastic.
So they were great. I love them. Absolutely. Love them. But okay, so before we move on, LJN, before their license expired, were about to release some articulated wrestling figures, but they never made it out.
I remember these.
Here they are. They were never released.
But you remember, like, I know WWE's came out with them. I know WCW has a few other companies, Power Rangers, all this shit. They're just arm and leg articulation, though.
Yes,
they're not doing too much.
Compared to these, they had articulation.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't have
probably like a hard plastic, kind of deal. Yeah. I used to collect a lot of toys like these, but I was never a fan of them because they were too tall. They were like this big, they were monster figures. But I mean, look at those belts. Those belts are fantastic.
The other thing about LJN is people don't realize they had 4 lines of figures for WWF. They had these, the originals. They had Bendums.
I love the Bendums.
Stretchies.
Wasn't sold on the Stretchies, but I get it.
Never had a Stretchy. And then they also had the Thumb Wrestlers.
A lot of people pay good money for a Stretchy nowadays.
Really?
Well, I mean, not action figure wise, but like in Vegas.
Whoa.
Okay.
Mike.
It's okay.
Always taking it in a gutter.
That's what I do. But like, if it wasn't for the LJNs, we wouldn't have the Gloobs. The Gloobs were super fantastic.
Gloobs are, in my opinion, the most underrated line of wrestling figures ever. They just don't get enough love.
Look at Brian Pilman. Look at the tight deco. Look at this. He's an awesome figure, man.
I believe it was last year I got my first Galoob. It was the Sting Galoob. It was given to me as a gift. Woo! And then our Sneed of the Turnbuckle Tavern appeared on another podcast. I don't remember the name. It was some like fly-by-night podcast, and he brought attention.
It was a scheme.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, they're no longer in existence. We're good.
Yeah.
But the Gloobs are fantastic. They're one of my favorite lines of figures because they're so cool. And I got Arn, I got I got Brian Pilman, I got a bunch of them. I love the Gloops. I think they're
After
super
hearing
awesome.
Sneed talk about them, and I remember one of the hosts on that show was really fucking good. I don't know what he's doing now.
This guy?
Oh, it was you?
Was it me?
I think it was you.
I'm trying to think if I went by Scott in a different demeanor. Maybe not. Oh, we're good. It's good. ASMR Pro Wrestling Podcast.
So now, after hearing that, I need to get Galoobs. I need to get a full collection.
I think you need a full collection is a little outrageous. Some of those goes for a fuckload of money.
Okay, I need to get a good collection of Galoobs.
Yes, I have a pretty good collection.
Our very own Sneed, and one night on the tavern, we're gonna do a Galoobs, and he's gonna show.
We have to,
because he has the Galoobs that actually say NWA on them.
Yes, in the box.
So, in the box. Yes,
mint on card, as the bros like to say. You know what else I want to do one night? I want to get Chad on here for a Brawlers
podcast.
Brawlers? I think the Brawlers would be a really good topic. A lot of people collecting those Brawlers. It's like the Pops, Tom.
Yeah.
Pops. The Pops are huge. I went to the mall the other day. There was a line outside of Hot Topic, about 25 people deep. And I went there to buy a shirt for my daughter's Halloween costume. And we had the bargain with the lady at the front to say, hey, we're not buying Pops. We're buying a fucking t-shirt. And she was like, I can't let you in. 25 people, 8 in the morning, right after I dropped the kids off at school. There's a line out the door at Hot Topic waiting for Funko Pops. How crazy is that?
That is crazy. Wait till you see the pop I got today, guys.
I
follow me on Instagram. You might have already seen it. I might have posted a picture of it. But
yes,
okay,
it's good.
So we get the Galoobs. That would be, and I think you told me to add the ECW figures in there.
Yes. Right? Oh my goodness. You can't have Articulation without, and we'll group them together. But WCW original San Francisco toy makers, those were awesome. They had basic articulation, legs going up, arms going up. They were cool. But like you got Lex Luger, he could kind of do the torture rack. Raven could do a DDT. Good shit. We all loved them. Goldberg spear. And then ECW was lucky enough to get the original San Francisco toy maker line. And I know we're overlapping a little bit because this was down the line. This is more like a 1999, 2000, 2001 era of action figures. But the ECW toys had a bit more articulation because they kind of jazzed up the Hasbro line with these original San Francisco toy maker WCW toys, and they had little buttons on the back where you can make RVD do a clothesline or make him put his arm up like this, and a bunch of cool stuff. But the ECW original San Francisco toy maker line was so much better than the WCW one. Look at those. Shane Douglas, God damn it. New Jack, Balls Mahoney.
It's going to eBay. I don't want it to go to eBay.
It's okay. We can go to eBay. You can just click on a picture. The Ring. I recently gave my whole original San Francisco toy maker ECW line to my good friend Robert Ego Anthony. And I didn't know how much it was worth, but it was worth a way more than the hot dog and handshake. But
look at this, what I'm about to show you. Can you see this?
Is this the Ring? Yeah, that guy's got a good collection.
Where is it? Oh, it doesn't even get any bigger.
There was a Toys R Us exclusive Ring, and I think it's the picture down here on the right.
Wait, let me go back.
Yeah,
on this screen.
Oh no, you're the other screen. Look under the picture, then 2 to the right, and the one underneath it.
Where am I looking at? Oh, this. Oh, this.
You're looking at the one you clicked on. You're gonna go down a little bit. Yes, Courtney, I gave it to Ego because Rob and me have a good figure relationship. Click on one of those pictures, though. Pull that shit up. Boom. But not only did you get the ring and the cage pieces, but you also had a table, a ladder, a chainsaw, a wheelbarrow, chairs, 2x4s, a garbage can. Unbelievable play set. And it was like $20 when it came out. And I remember walking into Toys R Us and I was so excited to get RVD, Sabu, inside. What's the mock picture right underneath that? That's the one I want to see, brother.
Which one are you talking about?
Oh, wait, go back. I don't know why. There was a mock picture of the Ring with the 2 figures.
Yeah? This one?
That one, the first one, right? Yes, that one. Let's see it. Boom, beautiful. So you got an exclusive Rob Van Dam in red, Sabu in the silver, which is one of my favorite sets. But look at all those accessories. The table that is still one of my favorite tables that has ever came out in pro wrestling action figure history.
What the heck that even is?
That's Sabu.
No, but Google Lens, I don't know what it's showing. I don't know what it's.
I don't know what it's. Google Lens. Google Lens is like a super fancy app. So if you pick part of the picture, they show you the rest of the pictures.
Oh,
yeah. So like if you just did the square of the ring, you would get everything.
Oh, wow.
But what an awesome line this was. It was so fun, super toyetic. They came out with a bunch of different wrestlers right off the bat. Like we were 2 series in by the time I seen them at retail. But like you got New Jack, right, Sabu, Taz. Yes, look at that carding. Beautiful.
That does look.
Is that Dean Douglas? Is that Shane Douglas? It's a beautiful.
Did you just call him Dean Douglas?
He is Dean Douglas. Courtney, yes, I did give to him because I good friends with him, and we made an exchange. We're good. I'll always appreciate Robert Anthony. Look at the 2-packs. Yellow Sabu, you got Lance Storm. You didn't get these figures elsewhere too often. Like we didn't get a Balls Mahoney until like 20 years after this line came out.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
But look at the detail. Look at Lance Storm. He's got multicolored tights. Sabu's
and I'm
there.
noticing the way their arms are posed, man. They did have some nice articulation for the time.
They did. They bent in, and then they also bent up and down. Their legs bent up and down. This was beautiful, man. And this was shortly after, and we'll go back now because we kind of jumped ahead. But Jack's.
Wait, did we talk about Hasbro's?
No, we did not. Well, we can go back to the Hasbro's first. Okay, so let's go back to Hasbro's.
Because Hasbro's were terrible.
Awesome. You thought they were terrible. I thought they were fun.
Listen, I guess because I grew up in this era, when you tried to give me here's if Hasbro's, they were like up to here on an LJN.
Yeah.
So for me, going with this nice big figure, just something like that.
Well, much like the Gloobs. I mean,
but the Gloobs are awesome. Gloobs are playable. Gloobs, I could absolutely see myself playing with as a kid. Like, but you have a Hasbro and the arms are like this, and it's like
the cool thing about Hasbro's is it was like a mix of a board game with wrestling figures. And I say that because we would sit there and be like, me and my brother used to play with them all the time. It'd be like, you do a move, I'll do a move. He taught me how to sell. You know what I mean? So it'd be like Macho Man could do the jump with the elbow drop, and then Hogan would be like, I'm going to body slam your brother. And it was just like back and forth. Like you guys, you played a little bit more in depth with them as you would. It was just like smashing the shit out of them like the LJN. So there was fun to it.
I don't feel that. Like it only did one move, whatever the move it was built with.
Sabu came in with lots of painkillers.
Oh, boy. Poor Sabu.
No, listen, the Hasbro's were cool. It was fun, and it was
freak,
freak out, brother. Yeah. No, I thought the Hasbro's were really cool and unique for the time. I had a lot of fun playing with them when I was growing up. I still have a handful of them from when I was a kid. I love the detail. Doink the Clown has real curly hair. Like there's a lot of cool shit with it.
Hasbro's made me tap out.
Yeah. You tapped out too early because you would have been in a fortune now, and you fucked up.
Well, listen, if I kept my LJNs in box too, I'd have a fortune.
Well, hey, but no, I thought I absolutely loved the Hasbro line. I thought there was so many cool figures, colorful lineup. Like we got everybody from Doink to Yokozuna, we got Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, we got Shawn Michaels, Diesel. It was fun times. We didn't get Diesel. Diesel came out later, but good stuff.
I finally got my first Hasbro probably 2 years ago, and it was a mint on card Roddy Piper for my Roddy Piper collection. I need to get a Macho Man. I want the Macho Man with that similar to the Ultimate Edition Macho Man to put on my Macho Man shelf.
I have that one. I love that one. Yeah.
I need that one.
He's very limited in articulation.
Now,
he moves like what's it called? A bushwhacker. Like his arms only do this.
If you go like going back in time, okay, I hate on the Hasbros because as a little kid, I hated going from these big figures to these little kids. But
Yeah.
now looking at them as an adult going back, I really would like to add a couple to my collection because they are history. There are some that are so legendary, like that Macho Man, like the Hogan,
The Road
like the
Warriors.
Warrior,
Yeah.
the Road Warriors. I want the
Road
I want the
Warriors are
Road Warriors.
fantastic.
I
Yeah.
really want the Road Warrior one. So going back, yeah, they need to be. I need to have a Hasbro part of my collection.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
But moving on from the Hasbro's
Yeah,
line,
so
they were
what brought
so
me
fucking
back?
sweet.
Let's move on to what brought me back into buying wrestling figures.
I wish I had a bunch of them with me, but I couldn't find my bin in time. But Jakks Pacific
Yes,
came out
that's
with
what
the
got me back.
bone-crushing action figures.
Let's find some
And
bone punchers.
there's so many good ones, man. And you're talking about character depth. You had everybody from Rock Austin, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, The Godfather, Val Venis, Hardcore Holly, you name it. They totally went deep with the roster on this. We had Vince McMahon's, we had mail-aways, we had save-ups, we had a bunch of cool stuff. And these weren't very articulated, but they were cool and very fun to play with.
They were not articulated?
Their arms would pop when you would bone, like, because they were rubber on the arms and legs. The torso was hard plastic, but when you would bend the arm this way, it would go, and they would set like that. So you could have them like kind of articulated, but with a crunch to it. So it's not like you were breaking their legs or arms.
So in all honesty, I've never held a bone cruncher.
Tom, you should have asked when you were here.
Yeah, I should.
I have a huge Bone Cruncher action figure collection. Really? I still have my very first one I bought. I don't know who those are. Are they customs? Those are some funky customs, man.
I thought they were headbangers. The headbangers. Okay.
No, headbangers actually had skirts and headbanger shirts. They were really legit.
Really?
Yeah, they were sweet. But the very first figure I bought with my own money was the Bret Hart. I want to say it was like Series 2. Possibly Series 3 action figure from a Walgreens, not for $2.19, but it was about $7.99. It was great, but I remember playing with it for hours until I bought Razor Ramon next, and that was the love of it. So I built up this collection for years, and they were the first ever company to come out with massive box sets. So we got like the 3 faces of Foley. We got Austin in 3 different Stone Cold Steve Austin shirts. We got so many cool things. I remember fondly going to Toys R Us with my father after we would hang out.
What?
Fondly, not fondling. There we go. There Look how cool that is. Yeah.
That is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, and they were great. Like I'm telling you, they were fun to play with. These were the ones I used to beat the living shit out of. I remember doing all sorts of crazy high spot matches. It was like CZW at the Bellcaster house when I was a kid with the Bone Crunching action figures. I loved it.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking at them now. I don't know, like I said. So what got me back into was the classic superstars.
Okay, well that's a little later. We gotta talk about this gap here. So we had the Bone Crunchers, right? Those were super cool. But then Jakks came out with this Titantron Live line where they came out with an entrance stage with 2 metal strips on it. You throw your double A's in the back of it, brother, and then you have the guys step on the Titantron Live 2 metal pads. They would play their theme song. This was massive technology back in the day. Like, we're talking 99 good stuff. But you take your Road Dogg Jesse James figure, you put it down, it goes, "Oh, you didn't know," and it you better call somebody. And it was the sweetest shit in the world. And it had lights and it worked. It was fantastic. And like those were really prominent. And then we came out a few years after that. Jakks was like, "Well, we're gonna keep this line, but we're gonna introduce a real scan technology," and this is where shit really picked up. So you got scanned in figures and not what's it called?
Images, and I'm getting annoyed here.
It's okay,
because all of a sudden every image you share that's coming up in Google is an ad for something.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna help you out. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to find Titan. There we go. Titantron Live.
There we go.
I was trying to show that.
I'm backing you up right now, and I'm going to get the real scan
There we
figures.
go. I got it up there. Titantron Live.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Vince McMahon is on the box.
Titantron Lines, they were ugly looking figures.
Really?
Yeah, but they were awesome because you had that entrance stage. And that's when they started building up bigger box sets and arena play sets. The ring. That's when they came out with the first ring that had an underneath where you could store your weapons.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Jax came out with the ring gear.
How did these figures move, though? Were they articulated?
They weren't bad. They had an elbow joint. They had arm movement. They had leg movement, but they were still stiff.
Knees?
But you could knees bent. Yeah, absolutely. The knees bent.
Okay.
But you were able to do a pedigree or a pile driver. You were able to do most basic moves. So it was cool, and I was a big fan of them. I really collected hard on that line, and then a few years later, Jax was just like, "Hey guys, like we're gonna come out with these real scan figures where they were scanned the face. They looked legit." I'm trying to pull my cane up right now so I could show you a picture of it. Boom. And advance. What? Continue. Accept the wrist. Let's go. There we go. So here, let me share real fast.
So young Anthony's asking a question. So does the Titantron figs play their music on the stage or only a few?
Most of them. It was Kane, Undertaker, Mankind, Road Dogg, Jesse James, which included DX, X-Pac, Vince McMahon, and possibly a few others. And I'm just not 100% there with it. But so let's do this real quick.
Oh, Mama B in the house.
Look at that Kane. Look how awesome that is. This was the real scan technology. This came out right after the Titantron Lives. Like that's a good Kane, man.
Did you show it to us?
Yeah. Do you not see it on the screen?
No.
Okay, hold on. I didn't do it right. There we go. Full screen. Boom. Oh, let's see. I didn't click allow. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Look at that Kane.
Oh wow.
So you're coming off of a line that was really, really basic on the threads and stuff like that. Like that mesh parting in his
that's
top,
pretty cool looking.
That was legit there. There was so many others too. There was
so this was before the Classic Superstars.
This was way before the Classic Superstars. So
Jax had the line way before the Classic Superstars?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jax had the line since the Bum Crunchers. Jeremy Padour didn't have the line until much afterwards. But like, look at this. This is the WrestleMania series. These were more still a little basic, but they had the real scan technology. I mean, that's a good edge. Kind of looks like Jericho. You couldn't tell if you needed a Jericho and you couldn't find one. You used your edge.
Hey, they're both Canadian.
Yeah, look at this. This is the Hardys. Like the Hardys were a fun set to screw around with. Look how good Jeff and I can't. Maybe hold on. Let me check that out, brother. I think we got to zoom here. Here we go. Nope. Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, whatever. But we're going through a good history. Rikishi, Big Boss Man, Undertaker, American Badass Undertaker, Kurt Angle with a real singlet.
Best Undertaker.
Yeah, so we're looking at some cool stuff here. So you got
Courtney at Apps. I don't know what happened to Mike Bellcaster. He just exited himself out of here. Courtney, I say it counts. If you have 51 of anything, that's a collection, right? So we're waiting for Mike to come back, but I say it counts.
I got excited.
Did you exit yourself out of here?
I accidentally hit the so I was not used to the stream, so I hit the X to close out the tab and come back to you. But that's what happened. So we're back.
Right. Fix your microphone.
It's here.
You're not coming through your mic.
Oh my goodness.
Check your settings.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
We were just talking about Courtney's collection of wine bottles. The numbers change occasionally. It goes down, right? Unless Mike sends you some bottles of wine and then it goes up.
I got all the wine, brother.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, no,
it's fully back.
I was going back to it. I was in my VR headset. Crazy shit. But yes, those Titantron Live real scan figures were awesome. And then it moved on from those to what we would like to say is the Classic Superstars line, which was the Ruthless Aggression figures first.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy Padour really hooked it up.
Oh, that's awesome.
It could drop off some wine. You give me soup, I give you wine. We'll make it work. But yeah, no. So we had the Ruthless Aggression figures first, which bled into the Classic Superstars line.
Okay.
Which the Classic Superstars line though had a lot of those Titantron Live body molds still. I know if you go to Classic Superstars Series 1, a lot of them are fucked up. Yeah. There's still Titantron Live figures, and as people would say, that's so Jax or that's so Jeremy.
Yeah.
He was just working. The first Andre the Giant is actually the real scan Big Show body with an Andre head on it. So just it's fun history there.
We use them parts.
Yeah, they were great, and it was fun. It was good. Classic Superstars got really good from like Series 3 to like Series 20, and then it started falling off when Jax was losing the line, which sucks.
How many series were there of the Classic Superstars?
I want to say there was a 30-ish.
30-ish? I had so many of them, and I sold them. So
yeah. There's some really, really expensive
Superstars are what really started to bring articulation to wrestling figures, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then when they got really big with those, they came out with the Deluxe Aggression, which would be your first.
I had some of those too.
Example of what an elite Mattel figure is. Same concept, just a little bigger.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite figures. And the cool enticement was, so they came out the real scale arena rings, which was like the Hell in the Cell, the Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank, the classic blue steel gauge. So these Deluxe Aggression figures or Deluxe Classic figures, whatever you want to call them, came with ring skirts for that ring. So not only would you get like a WrestleMania 12, you can go to WrestleMania 16, you can go back to WrestleMania 18, you can go to WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 3, you know, like if you bought a certain figure that came with the ring skirt for it, and you had to buy 4 figures of the set to complete one set of aprons, which is badass. Oh, I love it. Star Wars figures were sweet. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Those figures are worth fuck.
Yeah.
No comment.
Wow. Holy smokes.
We all do silly shit like that. I sold a lot of my stuff.
No,
I was a kid.
Kept a lot of my stuff. But so Jeremy then is what got me back into collecting, because it was when I started seeing the Legends is what got me back.
How?
Like, oh, I need that.
Because it was awesome, right? That's what it was.
Yeah. I needed it. I needed to be back. I mean, all the years I would go into the stores and just look at wrestling figures and not buy them.
Yeah.
And then really the other thing that really helped was, again, my wife, she's like, why don't you get them? And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. And
I love that.
So there it was.
My big thing from
wrestling figures again.
What Jeremy did to the line was bring character back.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, John Cena, Undertaker, Rock, Stone Cold, back and forth. He started bringing out like Bobby the Brain Heenan in the Weasel suit. He was doing shit we shouldn't, like Sabu, Cactus Jack, and a Terry Funk triple threat playset. Like, how awesome is that? Like, he really stretched it, man.
Yeah, I hope we see Jeremy do with the Jazzwares line what they did with Classic Superstars, where they'll start signing individual wrestlers.
Yeah, it's a little early for him to do bold moves like that right off the bat. But I think we're heading in the right direction. But speaking of, so Jax sadly ends their agreement with WWE in 2009.
Yep, and I tap out again.
And I was super pissed.
It ended in 2009. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no. So this I was such a diehard Jax Pacific WWE wrestling fan. I had everything at this point. I was so jacked up and ready to roll. No pun intended.
No pun intended. I was just about to say that.
We get a huge announcement that says Mattel and WWE come into partnership with each other.
And I tap out again.
I was livid. I was still going back and trying to find old elites. I was going to flea markets at this point. I remember when the Mattel display popped up, I was so upset. And then we get Elite Series 1. We get a basic line. We get Legends. What was it? It was a Legends line to begin with. It wasn't Defining Moments. That didn't come until later. Yeah. So we got full, what is it, 30 or not 30, but it's like 25 points of articulation.
Yes.
You got shoulder movement, you got rotation at the cuff, you got elbows, wrists, knees, thigh swivels, which was fucking ridiculous at the time, ankle movement, like, and you're like, wow, what is this? And I remember it took me until I found the Legends Hacksaw Jim Duggan inside of Sears. And I bought it right away because it was like $5. It was on clearance. It's like, okay, cool. This is gonna be my first one.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was hooked. It was Downfall. I started buying a bunch of Mattels. I was jacked up. I was ready, brother. And they were missing big names, like Hogan and Scott Hall, but we had like random things. Like we had Mr. Perfect, we had Sergeant Slaughter, we had Superfly Snuka, and they were doing out of the realm attires. Like Snuka had no bare feet. It was a different kind of Snuka. It was just weird things that we weren't used to, and we were like, why? But their reasoning behind it was very true. It was because they didn't want to repeat what Jax was doing, because Jax did a lot, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true.
So you go back and you look at it and you're like, okay, that wasn't that bad. At the time, you're like, this is
on a guy who never wore shoes.
I understood. Totally understood. But so we went from that. We got these defining moment figures, which are really cool. Not articulation different, but attire different. We got soft goods. We got a lot of cool shit with things we wouldn't expect, like a rock and sock rock jacket, or Shawn Michaels came with his entrance gear and his when we did the white robe against the Undertaker, he had the white hat and the white leather jacket. It was super badass to see. And then fast forward all these years later, you get basics go back to like being more basic, where they just got elbow movement, no shoulder movement, and then we get this amazing line called the WWE Ultimates line. And Tom, what shoot me with the articulation points?
There is 30 points of articulation.
30, 5 more than your normal
30.
figure,
and
for $5 more.
They've added the butterfly joints, which allows you to do.
So that makes us at 32 points of articulation.
I guess so. The Hogan one has the butterfly joints, right?
Brother, yeah, he does.
Yeah,
and he looks good. I'm a big fan. I'm really digging them. Yeah,
his hand is behind his head.
It's great. And Jax kind of dipped out of the game, and Jeremy Padour moved on to a different company.
Yeah.
Called Jazzwares. And Jazzwares is doing awesome stuff on their own, not following the WWE Mattel line, but I'll throw up my MJF chase right here. I mean, these are solid looking figures. Still have that really good scan look. 25 points of articulation, just like the Mattel Elites. A little bit of the bone crunching action if you bend those joints. They click,
Finger on.
Whoa, hey, brother. But yeah, the Jazzwares figures got more of a clicky joint feel to them.
Now it looks right. Now he can point to you.
Yeah, brother. But my MJF,
what you gonna do, brother?
Is better than Hogan, and you know it. But yeah, Jazzwares came out with the AEW line finally, and we're looking at these great, awesome, articulated,
amazing
figures.
Yeah, they move so well. And Jazzwares is 25 points of articulation from.
Yeah, and like I said, it's still got that bone crusher crack.
So what's great about the Jazzwares and the Mattels now, all this articulation is for fig photography.
Yeah,
like, you could set up any shot, like not only playing, you could do submission moves.
Yeah, not even that. Like, look at scale. Scale was another thing that came in with the articulation. Like, we didn't have scale. Figures were just big or small. Now you got your Andres in the right height. You got your Big John Studs. You got your Hogans. You got your Macho Mans. You got your Shawn Michaels. Everybody has different size, and it works out so well. It's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I love them. I love posing them. I love the, like, look at that Hogan. Like, you could never do that with a Hogan before.
Yeah, look, we got not just articulation, but we got swappable hands now.
Swappable hands, swappable heads,
swappable everything.
Hulk Hogan can hold his own head.
Yeah, brother.
Like, which head do you like better, Hulk?
Hogan. Hogan. We're out to Hogan. He's doing Shakespeare. It's great. But it's amazing, man. And like just talking about how crazy it's been in such a wild time. Like I mean, we're talking 25 years and we've gotten jumps in articulation and figure stuff.
It's crazy. I love it. I like I said, the pose in itself just for pictures.
Yeah.
The playability, if I still played with them, amazing. Hogan's
No, listen, I still time to time play with them. I just unboxed my Aubrey Edwards yesterday. I set her up in the ring. She was ready to roll. I am a big fan of all of it right now, and they're killing it. And you see it with not just Jax, or not Jax, but Chaz Warriors of Mattel, but we also have Squared Circle Toys, Zombie Sailor. All these guys are following through. Like, Cello, we're getting old school Hasbro style figures with articulation. Super 7 is doing a different whole ball game. Super 7 is against you being able to see the joints. So they made it to where it's flat and you can't see it and it looks good. Making a mule. We're getting ready for hanging out at Denver, brother.
Just a reminder, guys, get your drinks ready. Come hang out with us at 9:30 p.m. We're all going to be here discussing Full Gear this Saturday night. We're going to be making our predictions, having some fun, chatting it up. Special announcement to kick off the show.
Hi, Heather. Sorry. I love my family here. All good people. But so I think that wraps up the entire history of figure articulation, unless you count like the ultimate Jax figures that were like 12 inches tall, and those were elites though, so it's cool. I have a Bobby Lashley still in the box.
And also, what about the original 16-inch LJNs? They had articulation.
Yeah, barely.
I wouldn't say barely
compared to what we have now.
Oh no,
exactly.
But it was 16-inch Hogan and Piper.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
So Tom, I think we're rocking into our next segment here.
We're walking into the next segment? All right, we're back. So I went into the attic. Actually, I went into the closet because I don't keep stuff in my attic. I have a nice closets in my basement where I can keep everything. And I pulled out something from when I was a kid that I still have after all these years. Mike, you might have seen this. You might not have seen this. But I don't even know what year it's from. But it's my Wrestling Superstars game.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's cool. Milton Bradley.
Yeah.
Not a name you hear plenty of these days.
Yeah. I hear everything moving around inside. Here's the back of the game. The back of the box.
Brother. The board was shaped like a fucking wrestling ring. How awesome was that?
Yeah. So I haven't opened it in years. So it's time we open it.
Stoney McGee had that. Yeah.
Look, here is the board. Here's the board.
Oh, I'm so excited. Look at it. Look at it. Pristine condition. Well, shit, son. Look at that. Wrestling Superstars.
Empty down there. Do I have it good? Okay, no.
Yeah. No, it's so good.
Let's make me take up the screen so people could get an even better look.
Please. Look at that. We have the tag team star. 4 tag team stars. It's great.
Mike, when you come over, we can play.
I'm so down. You have no idea.
Then you look inside. I have all the dice still. And
wow.
Paul Orndorff. Like the players' cards are in here. Big John Studd. Just give you an idea what the player card.
Look how wild that this sounds in general. You got Big John Studd and Paul Orndorff in a fucking board game.
Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
We got Don the Rock Morocco, the original Rock.
If you smell what Don is cooking.
You got the Iron Sheik.
Well, fucking bullshit.
You don't go messing with a country boy.
Is it Hangman?
No, it's Hillbilly Jim. And you got Andre the Giant.
Hello, everybody. You want to play my board game?
There we go.
I
just put it in front
of those punchers? Those are punch holes too, right?
Well, because you would put these little tabs in them to keep score.
You look at you. You didn't even pull the tabs off the plastic.
Well, here's some of the tabs off the plastic. I didn't need them all, I guess.
Man,
So then
is
you
that Haku?
JYD. Junkyard Dog. It's not Haku. You got the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat.
Steamy.
Then you have the Roddy Piper.
Roddy was like biting his shoulder.
Chico Santana, as Jesse Ventura would say.
Chico. Hey, yo, Chico.
He'd probably get in trouble today. He probably wouldn't be allowed to call him Chico, huh? Nikolai Volkov.
Yes, I like the Russians.
And then you got all the little player cards. Here's JYD.
Damn.
On his little stand. And you move around the board. How cool that
Courtney said this is a box of death because everybody's dead. And then
not everybody's dead.
Almost everybody's dead.
I mean, Hillbilly Jim and Hulk Hogan is still alive.
That's 90% of the board is dead.
Did I say Don Morocco, Hulk Hogan?
Stony McGee says you got to bring that to my house next time you come through.
Iron Sheik is still alive. I'll bring it over.
Fucking bullshit.
What do I do? Here's the board. Okay. So I still got the original dice that came with it.
That's crazy. Are they different colored?
They're red and white.
Okay. It's Vegas dice. We're good.
I could go play craps if I want to.
Yes. Or have Hulk Hogan body slam. That Mark Andre the Giant, I break his back.
And here's the rules of the game right on the back of the box.
That's ancient in its own. I love it.
So I thought this would be an awesome one for my first going into my attic or my closet and pulling out a toy.
I'm a fan. I'm glad you did it this week and not me.
I know. I had been planning to show this.
It was a hell of an attic grab.
Yeah. So I wonder how many of these. Like the inside of the box is actually. I mean, the outside of the box isn't in bad shape. Like you can see it better now, but the inside's actually in much better shape than the outside.
I dig it, Heather. Yes, you do need to learn body slams. And I will teach you a hell of a figure four.
I could do a great figure four.
My figure four. To be the man, you gotta meet the man. Okay.
That was always my move to figure four. I love to do that move. My friend's sister told me it doesn't hurt, and I'm like, yes, it does. We were in high school. I'm like, lay on the floor. She was crying when I put her in the figure four.
That's not what we did with our girlfriends in high school, but fair enough.
I don't understand.
Woo! What are you doing? Steal your girlfriend, Daddy. But yeah, man, that's an awesome find, Tom. I'm very, very excited to see this. I want to see it in person though. So next time you do come out, or when I come out,
when you come out here, we need to get you out here. We're planning a trip for you out here.
Okay, plan away. Book me, Daddy.
Hey, listen, I've been telling you all these sorts of events. You know, there was that event on December 8th. You had plans of something happening that day. I don't know. It was your birthday or something.
I don't know. Not worth it. Whatever.
There's an AEW show out here. So
yeah. There's one not too far from my neck of the woods this weekend, and I can't make it. So I'm very upset about that, but it's okay.
Oh, no. So we're going to be moving on to our last segment for the show. All right, Mike, tell us who's winning stickers this week, and what's the question?
I think. Hold on, let me channel my Mick Foley. I think I am thinking what you think. I think you're thinking, Daddy.
I love that.
And our question of the week comes from our good friend, good old Austin. All right, Austin had a great question. What is the craziest spot you've ever put your wrestling figures through as a child? And Tom, I'm going to let you go first because I don't think you can top mine.
I don't think I can because you got to remember when I was a kid, I was playing with LJN, so I don't think I was doing super crazy spots.
You weren't deathmatching?
No, I was pushing. I mean, I remember pushing people off the blue steel cage.
Ooh.
That wasn't happening then.
It was a big bump, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a big thump.
Especially, I mean, not the biggest bump you'd seen in the 80s.
I know Superfly was doing Superflies off the cage, but you know, I definitely remember that. People jumping off the cage. I think I might have had Andre do a Superfly off the cage.
I love it.
So I can't wait to hear what yours is.
Oh, so I'm gonna go hard on mine. So I had the black monster ring with the Jack's Pacific bone crunching action figures, and I was like gun ho on pyro at the time because I was a young kid. But I was like,
Oh.
I need to do a 4th of July Great American Bash with my Jack's Pacific figures, and we're in Chicago. Fireworks are illegal. I don't know if you see that wink hard enough, but they're illegal. But if you take an hour-long trip to Indiana, you could purchase legally, illegally some badass fireworks, right? So I attached Morning Glories, whatever the hell they call them, the hand rockets, all to the turnbuckle pads.
Shit, what are they called? I
I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Hand rockets. It might not sound right.
No,
might
there's
not be
another
politically
name
correct.
for them.
So we called Morning Glories. Shooting. I don't know, whatever. But I attached them to the turnbuckles with black electrical tape. I put sparklers with them, and I had one of the biggest, baddest bashes in the Bellcaster house that you could ever. Roman candles. Thank
that
you,
was it.
Giovanni. God damn it.
That's what I was thinking of.
So we set up the Roman candles on each side, and I was just lighting them all up, and it was just boom, 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 boom. And I had 2 figures in the middle of the ring. I barely got to play with them. The whole damn ring lit on fire and melted. And I was like, shit, what am I going to do? And my Razor Ramon was like it melted really bad. All my figures, it looked like Razor Ramon when he was Scott Hall at the Indies in 2009.
Look what Austin did. He had a lava lamp match and lava lamp inferno match and melted the head off of his gold dust.
Yes, I love it.
His bedroom smelled like burnt rubber.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was the best. It was not ECW. I was making my own spot fest. It was a fucking clusterfuck.
Younger Anthony put Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton in a house match where I made them fight all around my house and to the backyard. I forgot who won that one. Bray fell off so many trees.
that made me feel older than it needed to be. But yeah, I melted a full blown, probably like 4 action figures, a full monster ring, and then some. Like I was.
How did Mama
crazy.
B respond to this?
She did not give a flying fuck because she was just like, "They're your toys. You do what you want."
Mama B's the best.
She was a good supporter, so I just enjoyed it. I could have had Harley. They didn't have an Harley Race figure when I was a kid. There was no Harley. No, but in the bone crunching world, there was no Harley. There was nothing cool. There was nothing old school in the Bone Crunchers. So it was sad.
Awesome.
Harley Race is the best fucking wrestler in the goddamn existence of my lifetime. Yes, it was fantastic. But yes, 4th of July, Great American Bash. We'll pin it like 1998, and I burnt the house down. It was great. It was a fun time.
You really did burn the house down.
Austin, you need to send me your address on the DM, sir, so I can send you out some Fig Night stickers and some Turnbuckle Tavern stickers, brother.
Ooh, Stoney said it.
He's right. Yeah, he should say it. Harley Race was the predecessor.
That's true.
You couldn't have Ric Flair without the deep talk Harley Race promos, brother.
Really, what would Ric Flair be without Harley Race?
Where would we be without Harley Race? That's
a
bigger question.
So our Ask the Tavern was brought to you by Chalkline. Use the code PF10 to save 10%. Go buy yourself some new shorts. Go buy yourself a nice jacket. They have amazing jackets. Chalkline's amazing stuff. So again,
love
PF10. PF10. Use the code. Save 10% today.
10,000. Yes. Use the Chalkline code and make your money.
Danhausen. Love the Danhausen. Hope he's recovering.
He's got some
he might be able to get back into Canada now.
I think he's trying to get in the AW before he gets to Canada.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I hope so.
Hell yeah. What a tremendous Fig Night.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for joining us. The whole thing was fun. Follow us again, all platforms. Get all of our links at theturnbuckletavern.com. Don't go anywhere. We're not going away. We're going to be back here in 15 minutes. Hanging at the tavern. It's going to be me, Mike, Chad, Sneed, Boney, Young Anthony. Hopefully Nick Storm makes it on. We're going to be making our predictions. Hawk. How can we forget the Hawk?
I don't know if Hawk's going to be there. Hawk's in Hawaii.
He's going to be in Hawaii, but he'll be here, I hope.
But he's got a white blazer and white pants on and a baby blue T-shirt. He looks great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hanging at the tavern.
Yes, we're doing it. We're doing a 2-hour Broadway tonight, guys. If you are down to hang out in about 15 minutes, we're starting up.
Courtney, open up another bottle of wine. Other people, go get your beer.
I gotta do my business. Go get another beverage.
Go get your Go get your. We'll see you too, Stoney. Go get your drinks, guys. Pull up your drinks to the tavern. I'm gonna go say hi to the wife for a few minutes. Thank you for joining us again. Don't miss next week because we're gonna have a special guest next week.
Yes,
special guest right here on Fig Night. You don't want to miss it.
We can't talk about it though until hanging at the tavern.
Yes, and hanging at the tavern, we have a big announcement to make.
Yes,
I'll be here.
We got a bunch of announcements. We're doing good stuff.
Yes, we do.
Make sure you're tuning in, and make sure you tune in all week, every day. The tavern is running wild on your timeline.
6 days of podcasts.
Which day are the podcasts?
6 days. They are Monday.
Every day but Sunday, brother.
Yeah, and we're trying to get the Bellcaster podcast on Sunday.
That might not be an appropriate podcast for God's Day, if you know what I mean, brother.
On Monday, you get the debate show. This Monday is going to be the 1-year anniversary of the debate show. Tuesdays, you get what's the name of the one again? I always forget the name of it.
I don't know.
Broken VCR. I got it. I finally remembered it. Broken VCR with Hawk and Chad, not Sneed. Sneed just produces it. On Wednesday, you get the Turnbuckle Sessions with me. On Thursday, you get the flagship show, the Turnbuckle Tavern. On Friday, you're getting visits to Tavern. And on Saturday, you can hear this.
Big night. Announce that you went to the post office, Tom. He's waiting for his damn shit.
Why does this guy know I need to go to the post office?
Because that's the guy that won the damn pops. He wants the goddamn pops. No, it's the same guy.
Oh, he's just using a different account?
He's on fucking he's on Facebook tonight, not on YouTube.
Oh shit. I was wondering.
Magic's in the house. So hi Magic. We were just talking about how awesome your fucking action figures are.
Come hang at the tavern and make your predictions with us? You're welcome to.
Yes.
You let us know. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We'll be announcing.
We're going to be there. Oh, he had to go pull out his MJF figure. I can't wait.
It's sitting here. I don't pull it out.
Apparently, AEW figures have been hitting the Targets in New Jersey like crazy. So I'm going to have to go hit a Target. Yes, we are, Magic. Like I said, you're welcome to join us and hang at the tavern, pull up a beer and, come talk with us and make predictions if you want to. We're going to be going live in 12 minutes. So let us go get our drinks, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you in 12 minutes.
Thanks for tuning
in. Love,
in.
Peace, and pro wrestling.